The NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Fall, and it's Fournier in at the shooting guard position. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped, and he recovers it. Here's Hayes, and it's good. With time running down on the shot clock.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Now here's Fournier. Connects from three-point range.
Well, you love the lead that Fournier has taken in this area. This guy a very dangerous shooter.
Out to the right wing. About 1 minute into the first quarter. From downtown. Rebounded by Papanikolaou. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. The coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Sabonis in the paint. We'll see how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Fournier. Can't connect from long distance. Lets the three fly. Hands it from downtown. 5 points in the game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Beyond the arc. And no good.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Inside. And the layup's good off the glass. Fournier's got his second bucket tonight.
I'd like to see more of this from Evan Fournier. He's proven he has the size and touch to score inside.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. Off target at the rim. Out to the wing. Shoots from the corner. Rebounded by Papanikolaou.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
There's a good screen. Here's Vezenkov. And that one is stuffed right through.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Yeah, easy call.
First team foul.
And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. We've got 1:48 left here in the opening quarter. Puts up a deep three. They grab their own miss. And Fall gets it to go.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Started by Fournier. They set the pick. Driving to the basket.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
It's been a little while since they've been in the lead.
And that's why this is such an important possession for them.
To the middle, taken away by Hayes. Here's Ward. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The shot's good from Fournier.
Well, what a job punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. 36 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Vizenkov. And he uses the glass on the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Going inside. That one goes in.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Now here's Fournier. Not a lot of room. Full. No good with the wing jumper. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Up by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Covered by Evans. Pass to Hummus. Six on the shot clock. See the pass to Hummus. Can't cash in from the high post.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And Dorsey kicks to Peters. Knocked away. One-on-one here. Fires from the wing. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Here's Dorsey. Offensive rebound. The layup off target.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Takes a three. It's hauled in by Dorsey. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Peters. No scoring in this one. The three. It doesn't go for him.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's the floater. And the layup is good.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
That one falls.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
14 feet away. The shot, no good. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
From the arc. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work. This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Here's Milutinov. It's blocked. Covered by Evans. And it's off from 3-point range.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Peters. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
A minute 20 left to play in the first half. Here's the screen. Sai.
Ball is turned over. The ball goes to the away team.
Here's Evans. Still scoreless. And 1:01 left in the first half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. And no good. Trying to use the glass. To the paint. Can they get it? And the layup is up and in.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
29 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Milutinov. It's good from in tight. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Sai. It's deflected. Now Dorsey. Pass to Peters. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Leading by just 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Take a look at the home team. They're dealing with some challenges, no doubt about it. They have talent, but maybe not as much as they thought.
You can see their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition. Maybe all those extra practice drills are paying off.
Their coaching staff has to... And that's a halftime.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pass to Papanikolaou. Outside Fournier. Goes back up. That one, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
You've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the 5 spot. Here's Papanikolaou. Nothing on the board.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Nice move. Jams it in off the great move.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Fournier pass to Papanikolaou. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Well, we know this. Fournier is a multi-position guy, and how adept was that pass? Really nice.
They set the pick.
Away team foul. 0. First personal foul. seconds to foul.
Pass to Ward. Swatted away. Hayes the pass to Ward. Shot clock at 3. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. On Monday, then on Thursday.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Pass to Papanikolaou. He takes it in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Papanikolaou's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Second chance shot and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The line for your home team, number 1.
And he sinks the second. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Just 5 to shoot. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Ward. There's a screen. Takes the 3. Fall with the rebound. Ward's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Vezenkov. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he knocks down the first one. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Fournier. There's the pick. Papanikolaou dishes to Fournier. Here's Fall. Drops in the layup for 2. Fall's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And the 3 ball is good.
3 points.
Papanikolaou's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. He's guarded by Fournier. The 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 10.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Here's Vezenkov to the wing on the left. Launches a 3. That one misses.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. And that one drops.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Sinks the triple.
Always a threat. 3-point land that time was seriously expanded.
And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Fournier into the lane. The layup missed. For the lead. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Leading by 3. And we'll be back with you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Fall, and it's Papa Nicolau in at the 3. Fall with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Fournier's shot is off.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Puts it up to the left side wing. Six to shoot. Pass to Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, during the break, I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. He told his guys to max it out on the 3. If those shots aren't coming, then we need to move on. There are other looks for us out there. We want some diversity in those shot attempts, guys.
All right, thank you, David.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Covered by Evans. Here's the screen. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Peters. Offensive rebound. Milutinov. Bucket is good. And it's a tie ball game.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's Dorsey, and he makes good on the layup. Dorsey's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And yes, it's good. He's got 19.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
To take the lead. The shot, no good. Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
Shoots the 3. He misses it. He's 4 for 7 from the floor. Here's Peters. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. From deep three-point land. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Peters. 4 on the clock. Now Dorsey. There's the 3. That shot, no good.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Ward misses.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Hayes trying to break free. Ward, good.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
2:14 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Basket counts.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Pass to Hayes. And Dorsey kicks to Peters to take the lead. The offensive rebound. Milutinov. Help! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
With the drop. Oh!
Goodness. And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Down low. It drops. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Substitution on the court.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Peters to take the lead. Trifecta!
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up a play to make it happen.
Here's Watsura. To the inside. Oh, no good. They swipe it. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Smilagic. Three-pointer. He buries it from three.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Now here's Hayes. This is the jumper. It's tipped. To the middle. In transition.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break. Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Got a piece of it, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Just 4 to shoot from downtown.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
To the left wing. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. There's a screen. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
There's the drive. It's Hayes with the rebound.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
The three is up. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 5.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Puts up a deep 3. That shot off.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul. First
Yeah,
team
you
foul.
never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
That one's off.
Number 1.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. There's a minute 54 left in the first. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's the pick. Pass to Ward. Lets it go from deep. That one no good. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. With the drive. No good. And that makes him 0 for 3. Drains the triple.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
They're having a hard time stopping this run.
And BA, you can't afford to keep coming up empty.
To the inside. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Count it. He's got 7.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Here's Brazdakis. No made baskets yet.
It'll be a turnover. Substitution on the court.
27 seconds left in the first quarter. "17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hayes, the pass to Ward. And he stays with it. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
They swipe it. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Up by 6. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
Offensive rebound. See, and he dunks it down.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Now here's Wallace.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Servetus. Here's the 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
C. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Servetus, the pass to Mitchell. Finished off the break.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Watch by Wallace. Off target with the 3. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. On Sunday, and then on Thursday.
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Three-pointer. He drops it from range.
Slow defensive rotation, causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wallace has got his first 2 points of the night.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Watch by Wallace. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Well, the analytics would say take either that shot or something from downtown.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
From outside, off the mark. Baseline jumper. That's short off the rim.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Snatched up. See, and he jams it home with authority.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Wallace. Fires in the triple. Wallace has got 5 now.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Down low. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
This one for 3. Buries it from 3. Give him 8 points now.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
Watch by Wallace. There's 57 seconds left in the second. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
He takes it in. Takes a 3. Servetus misses.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Almost converts despite the contact.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The visitors with the ball. Wallace outside. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
C. Check by Mitchell. Puts one up from 19. And that one is hammered home.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
From the arc. No luck on that one. And so that brings the first half to a close. Up by 8. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Since we got a little time on our hands here, you guys got any big plans for tonight?
Not me. I'm just going to take it easy.
And circling back to the first half, things have not gone as planned for the visiting team.
It's not a huge...
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. A quick shot there. It's off target. And he lays it up and in. 9 points in the game.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Driving to the basket, and down it goes. 2 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And he gets it to go. And a minute played as the second half gets going. To the wing, right side. Here's Smilagic. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Brasdeikis. And he banks in the layup. Brasdeikis has gotten his first basket of the night.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Ward for 3. On target from range. Ward's got 7 points.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
They set the screen. Five to shoot. Here's Brasdeikis. Inside with a 9-footer. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Puts up a deep 3. He can't hit that time.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Here's Ward. He has 7. And that one is stuffed right through.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Punching it inside, attacking the heart of that defense. I love it.
1:52 left in the third quarter. Takes it inside. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
The 3 is up. Nails it from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Picked his pocket. Here we go, all alone.
And that's a good way to shrink the deficit. Strong defense turns into easy offense.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul, first team foul.
The first free throw is good.
Number 2.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third quarter. Into the lane. And it's off from three-point range.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Sinks that one from the post.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots. You can tell the moment the pass left his hands, he knew he messed up.
51 seconds left in the third. That one's good for 2.
They are shooting the lights out and doing a good job of maintaining this lead.
And he drives in. That one falls.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. They set a pick. Smiling each grabs the board. Here's Brazdakis to the paint. Some solid defense from Hayes. The shot misses. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. They lead by 13. And we're coming back in. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Here's Ward, 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing, drained it for 2 points. And here's Wallace.
Home team foul. Number 2. First personal foul. First team foul.
The visitors with the ball. Down by 15. Servetus misses.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Here's Ward. Five on the clock. Check by Mitchell from deep. Another shot. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
He's defended by Hayes. Now Wallace. Outside for Mitchell. Fires the 3. Knocks it down from distance.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. They set the pick. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Wallace, left side. Banked it in off the glass.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
The home team calls timeout. To hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Watch by Wallace. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over to the wing. Let's go with a 3. Not going to go that time.
They get this rebound, but they haven't been able to keep up on the boards. They're lucky the game is as close as it is.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. To the left side wing. Servetus drills it from deep.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Knocked away. Now here's Wallace. And rejected. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Lets it go from the wing, and there's the turnover. Pass goes out of bounds.
It's one thing to get outplayed, but when you're giving away possessions like this, it makes it even more tough.
There's a minute 54 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Driving in. Oh, and he got fouled on his way. Well, maybe a little bit of a use it or lose it situation with the coach's challenge. Probably won't make a difference to the outcome, but they still want to review the call.
The penalty review. They're losing 2 minutes to review the play.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Offensive rebound. There's the three. Pure from three-point range.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digit.
No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. And the layup is good off the glass.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Watch by Wallace. Pass to Hamas. Launches a three. They get it again. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Fires from way outside. Can't hit that one. And so they get the victory here at home. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
You too.
Here's Vazenkov. Pass to Papanikolaou. Over to the left wing. Here's Vazenkov. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Brazdakis. He's guarded by Fournier. Smilagic misses. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And it's Vazenkov missing. Here's Smilagic. And stolen by Fournier. Here's Fall. Count that bucket.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboards.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Off target from outside. The shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
One-on-one here. And that one is hammered home.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Smilagic. Got a piece of it. Here's Papanikolaou. From outside the arc. He can't get it to go.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Brazdakis. A miss that time. Would have put him up. To the paint. Intercepted. Ulanovis. He's guarded by Fournier. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. .136 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. Scoreless thus far.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now, here's Fournier from deep three-point land. That shot is off.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
Here's Papanikolaou. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
To stop the drought. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
Just 5 on the clock. Ulanovas. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Now here's Fournier. He's covered closely. Rebound by Wallace. Here's Servetus. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Now here's Evans. And Evans with a stuff.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
To the middle. There's the pick. On Friday, then on Thursday.
And for that game against Athens, seems like the season's flying by, as that's already their 10th contest of the year. Pecking order in the league starting to take shape.
Wallace with the ball. Pass to Mitchell. Fires the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
The steal. Inside. And they're on the break. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Now here's Wallace. Still without a basket. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting for the away team.
And the first one at the line is good.
Taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. Now Dorsey. Takes it inside. Good on the shot. Dorsey's got his first basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now that they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Wallace. Here's Dunston. Plays it up off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Peters. Covered by Mitchell. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Wallace a screen. Here's Dunston. Shot clock at 5. High post try. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Drills it from outside. Peters has got himself on the board with 3 there.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Now here's Wallace.
Team foul. Peters. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Wallace. 1:10 left here in the second. Clock at 6. To the middle. Evans with the steal. They're running. From past the arc. Traps in the tray. Peters has got 6 here in this quarter.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
They set the pick. To the right side. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Milutinov. Can't get it to fall. Right wing. Here's Servetus. From outside, off the mark. Here's the break. Here's Dorsey. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. It's his first trip to the line.
Home team. Dorsey. Taking 3 shots.
Free throw good, Dorsey. Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Alley-oop try, and that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Leading by a point. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. They've got Fall, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4-man position. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
You've got Evan Fournier, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4 slot.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Papanikolaou. No good on the 3. It's a close game here in Chicago. To the paint. And he converts the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Vezenkov. No good on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Ulanovas plays it up and banks it in. He's got 7.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Outside Fournier. And there's the drive. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Ulanovas. A three-pointer, no good.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
They set the screen. Drives to the hoop. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Good work there as it goes.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Papanikolaou's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Here's Brazdeikis. Over to the wing. There's the triple. It's good from long range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Fournier. Hasn't made one yet.
You know, even when you think you've got Fournier bodied up, he still finds a way to slither to a score.
There's the screen. Driving the lane. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Outside Fournier to the left wing. Pass to Vezenkov. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Vezenkov. Tries again. Now here's Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. No good from outside. Ulanovas. Finish off the break. He's got 9.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Vezenkov. Jacks up a 3. The shot off that time. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Ulanovas. They get it again. Pass to Brazdeikis. Another shot. Rebounded by Papanikolaou. Papanikolaou's got his 4th rebound in this one. Fournier for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Fournier's got 5 now. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Up 1. And 3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Wallace against Evans. Here's Servidis. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Kicks it out to Evans. Pass to Peters. Banked in off the glass.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Wallace. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Wallace, 2 shots.
And he's good on the second.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Now Dorsey. Kept alive. Pass to Evans. From deep. Good on the triple.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Here's Servetus. And he banks in the layup.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Dorsey. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Dorsey's got 5 points in the quarter.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Here's Wallace. There's the drive. Good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Was shot by Dorsey, no good. Dorsey's gone 1 of 4 from distance. To the wing right side. Here's Servetus. Wallace left side. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And Dorsey kicks to Peters. Pass to Dorsey. And he gets the bucket. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Here's Wallace. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The tray. Rebound by Mitchell. 1:49 left in the game. Pass to Servetus. Back to Mitchell. Puts up a 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
A pretty free look from 3-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Yeah, I think that might have been intentional. Perhaps was not an accident because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Servetus. It's hauled in by Dorsey. 3-pointer. The shot, no good. One-on-one fast break. Here's Mitchell. Got it.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
There's the pick. Here's Dorsey. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Free throw good, Dorsey.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
Fires for 3. Peters grabs the miss. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Dorsey. Kicks it out to Evans. Here's Peters. A three ball. Bullseye!
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think we're going to see here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Here's Servetus. Mitchell outside. Oh, he got it!
Nice call.
He beats the buzzer!
Count it up.
Oh, big time shot!
How about that?
Woo.
Yo! Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any...
everyone. It's the NBA on Saturday night, presented to you live on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Woo! Not a lot of resistance from the D.
That's the last guy you want to leave open.
Well, not that wide open. You're given a juicy gift by the defense. You got to sink your teeth into it.
Clock at 6. It's hauled in by Fall. Pass to Vezenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. Out to the right wing. Lets the three fly, and that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Fall. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. And we're going to have a jump ball.
It will be a re-jump. Away team foul. Number 2. First personal foul. First team foul.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Here's Papanikolaou. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Ward. Hits a three-pointer.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Fournier with the ball. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
From the wing, here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Well, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Sinks the tray.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Vezenkov driving inside.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Vezenkov. 7 points in the game. Hits the trifecta. Vezenkov's got 10 points.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
There's the steal. From deep three-point range. Sinks it. What range from downtown? He's got 13.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
On the take. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Now here's Fournier. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Hayes with a screen. And he drains the quick shot.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fournier goes in, and it's good for 2. Fournier's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And Fournier, that was all just straight line. I'm coming at you.
The 3-ball. The offensive rebound. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. Pass to Vezenkov. Launches it from deep. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Up by 7. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
No good with a layup. Here's Dorsey. Off target from outside. Fast break. Here we go. Counted from distance.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
Gets his 2nd attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Pass to Hamas. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. The shot comes out. That's tipped.
Home team foul. Dorsey. First personal foul. First team foul.
Pulls it from the corner. He squares up and sinks it.
Nice sequence off the inbound. Ball movement and player movement creating the good look.
Here's Dorsey. The 3. Ooh, poked away.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
To the middle. Missed inside. It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago. Beyond the arc. Second chance effort. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. From the elbow. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Hard to leave any player that wide open from that distance.
From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Hamas.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Nails it from 3.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Dorsey. Going inside. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
There's a minute 40 left in the first half of this one. Down low. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
Taking 2 shots. The plays of the video review under NBA rules.
Oh, still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Peters. Off target at the rim.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
From behind the arc. And it's Dorsey with the rebound.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
There's 48 seconds left in the half. Here's Evans. Soft touch off the glass. Evans has got his first basket.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
And he converts the layup. He has 6.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Peters. They grab their own miss. Here's Dorsey. Knocks down the triple. Dorsey's got 8 points here in the quarter. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
And there's the screen. 1 second left. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And get ready.
You take a look at the home team, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew.
Sometimes we overlook it, but the defense has been stingy tonight, like a bee. Just stinging you. Man, it's not.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Fournier covering. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from 14. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Zinkov. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
For the away team.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
The kick out to Fournier. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Fournier covering. 6 to shoot. Tries again. Puts up a three. The rebound by Vezenkov.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
The layup misses. Fournier covering. Inside. That one goes in. And it's all knotted up.
And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
Here's Papanikolaou. Still no points. The shot from the low post is good. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Hayes in the high post. To the inside. Count it. Good.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Fournier for three. No luck on that one.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Here's Vezenkov. He's got 17. The three. Here's Fall. Pass to Vezenkov. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Misses the three. For the lead.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Shot clock at 6. Now here's Hayes. Shots blocked. And here's the fast break. Here's Fournier. And a nice finish on the layup. Fournier's got 8.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Here he goes. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
To the paint. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Away team foul. Number 1. First personal foul. First team foul.
.107 left in the third. Here's Vezenkov. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Vezenkov's got 19 points.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
Here's Hayes. Uses the glass on the layup.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And the three-pointer goes.
He's got the long-range motion going now. Fournier for 3.
30 seconds left in the third quarter. Shoots. And no good.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
There's the triple. They get it back. Blocked. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Down low. Here's Fall. Pass to Vezenkov. Second shot opportunity. And he's going to the line for 2. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge.
At the line for 2.
We were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. It's good. Vezinkov's got 21.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Vezinkov. Clock at 6. There's a screen from outside the arc. Here's Fall. Some solid defense from Hayes. Fall's gone 1 for 3 on the night. And there's the whistle. And I think that was a clear path foul there. Yep, the offense will get 1 shot at the line and retain possession. He misses the free throw. Good on the second one.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
So both teams changing it up here. We played just over a minute here in the fourth.
Old team foul. Middle team. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's the lob. Blocked. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. C gets the 3 to Fall.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Evans. They set the pick from deep. That shot is off.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Hummus. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. C. Off with the layup.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Here's Peters. Fires for 3. Connects from downtown. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Inside. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising. In a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
4-3. The shot no good. Here's Evans. Good.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Over to the left wing. Here's Peters. Releases. Fires the 3. They get it back. Pass to Hummus. C. the middle.
Yeah! Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
There's 47 seconds left in the final quarter.
Hey, clashes with the larger defender and makes maybe the biggest shot of the game.
Yeah, this is a big-time moment, and so him stepping up his intensity, staying in attack mode, that's nice.
Off target from the baseline.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And the visitors call time here. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Here's Peters. And he throws it down with one hand.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
And the visitors call time here. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
The visitors with the ball. They trail by 6. It's stolen away. And so they get the victory here at home. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing.
2K Sports presents Thursday night at the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Smilagic. Makes it off the glass.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Out left to the wing. Ulanovitz tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. About a minute played so far here in the first. The rebound by Brosdakis. And obviously the season's just begun, but never too soon to check out the power rankings. Let's see how these teams are stacking up. And you take a look at this home team. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
When you look at this visiting team, they love the situation they're in right now, playing very well, but looking ahead, they know there's still a lot left to prove.
Into the...
And it's a great finish! Oh, my.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Pass to Smilagic. Hits the three-point bomb. Smilagic has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Driving in. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Fires away from outside. They get it back.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. A three-pointer off the mark. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Drills the three-pointer.
That's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
1:46 left to play in the first. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's the three. Buries it from three-point range. Smilagic has got his third basket of the night.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Lets it go with the three. Out to the right wing. Lets it go from deep. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
And he drives in. Right wing. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Away team ball.
So it's the visitors now. Knocks down the three ball. He's got 13.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
.36 seconds left in the first quarter. Three-pointer, 6 to shoot. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Away team foul. Number 1. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Fires from deep. Rebounded by Ward. And they're running. A second chance effort. That misses off the backboard. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. They lead by 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Sai. And a miss there on the triple. Wallace outside. Pass to Servidis. Low. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Assistant, Owatara.
Now here's Wallace. Defense right on him. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Here he goes. It's good.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Mitchell outside. Misses the 3.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes. And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
Now here's Wallace. Here's Servidis. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Here's Watara. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. This one for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Servidis, no good. Servidis is gone. 1 of 3 shooting so far. Low. Wallace covering. Low. Off target from three-point range. Wallace goes in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wallace has got 4 this quarter. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Low. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Wallace looking for an opening.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes. Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Out to the right wing. Nailed from three-point land. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of the game.
Home team foul. Servidis. First personal foul. First team foul.
Fires away from way outside. And that one is off. To the inside. Ball stolen.
It'll be a turnover.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Driving inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Wallace has got 6.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Low. Wallace covering. 56 seconds left now here in the second. 5 to shoot. Pulls up from the corner. Rebound by Mitchell.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
Here's Dunston. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. He was all alone on that one. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Back to Wallace. Pass to Servetus for the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Servetus has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. They lead by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Let's start with you, Shaq. The Tower of Power.
Wait, if he's the Tower of Power, what am I?
Take a
And swinging back to that first half of action, it has been a close contest for the visiting team. Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Pass to Hayes. Takes it inside.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
They are just killing them on the interior.
It's a close game here in Memphis. Two-handed jam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And it's Brosdakis missing.
Yeah, tough to make those jumpers when you are guarded that closely.
Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Number 2, first personal foul, first team foul.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Pass to Smilagic. Can't connect from short range.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
He gets that one.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer. Smilagic has got 11 points.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
Missed inside. Down low. There's the drive. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul, second.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The first free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Pass to Hayes. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. For 3.
2 minutes remaining.
The shot will not fall. Cuts off the pass. On Tuesday, then on Sunday. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. Stolen. The long distance 3 is buried. He has 7.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
Pulls it up. The quick look, no good that time.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
They get the rebound. Pass to Ward. Shot clock at 6. No good with the triple. .56 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Brasdeikis. And the 3 off target.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
There's a screen. Offline with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Substitution on the court.
29 seconds left in the third. Wallace outside. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Good on the bucket.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And we've reached the end of the third. They're up by 7. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Just 4 to shoot. Fires the 3, cranes the 3-pointer.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Side. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. On the wing, Mitchell. Wallace outside. And And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for 2.
Free throw good, Wallace. Wallace hits 2 free throws.
Away team.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well during the break I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. Now he emphasized it's anybody's game right now. He told his guys to focus on finishing the task at hand and not to get distracted. He wants them to go out there and play with authority. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Well, a careless foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Taking 3 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules. The official.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. And there's the drive. A shot by Watsra, no good.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force. And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
First one falls for
the away team. Taking 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Wallace outside. Pass to Servidis. From deep. That one doesn't go.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Here's Watsra. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
At the line for 1, Wallace. The play will be reviewed. There will be 2 minutes to review the foul.
Closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
To the middle, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And it's Wallace penetrating. Here's Servidis. Montero with the rebound. Servidis has gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go, around 37%, and it goes down 2 points. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth. From the arc. No good there.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Here's Dunston, and it's good, 2 points.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Low, Wallace covering. Side. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wallace outside. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Here's Watsura. Visiting club takes the win on the road. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. The shot by Vezenkov, no good. Here we go, one-on-one. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
To the paint. Ball stolen. Here's the break. Here's Papanikolaou. And the finish on the break with the slam.
Smart. Get out in front. Finish the break with authority.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
Pass to Smilagic. And he buries his first look.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. When I asked about guarding the big man, Domantas Sabonis, he told me his versatility is really tremendous. I told our guys to be aware of not just his scoring ability, but to clog up any passing lanes they see, because he can really move the ball too. It's going to take a total team effort from us. Let's see how things play out.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Six on the shot clock. Here's Smilagic, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Fournier uses the glass to finish the layup. Fournier's got 6.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
And there's the drive, and he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Wow, facing a huge size disadvantage, he goes fearless to the rack. Great athleticism and body control.
Pass to Vezenkov. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Boy, a wide-open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
Pass to Smilagic. The layup off target. Deflects the pass. Here's Vezenkov. They get it back. Here's Fall. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. A minute 15 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Smilagic. Drives to the hoop. Sinks it from distance. 9 points in the game.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things at him, but he's been unstoppable.
Sends it home from three-point land.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Fournier's gone 4 of 4 from the field. Perfect so far. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's tipped. Pass to Vizenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. Just 5 to shoot. Boom! He jams it straight down.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Here's Smilagic. No good on the 3. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. They lead by 1. And back to the start of the second quarter in... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Wallace. Off target from three-point range. Here's Dorsey. Takes the 3. Wallace pulls it in. In transition, here they come. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's Peters. Launches it. Pass to Dorsey. To the wing on the left. Here's Peters. Goes back up. And Dorsey gets it to go.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Servetus misses. Here's Evans. He's scoreless. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Wallace. Here's Servetus. Fires from deep. No good on the shot. Here's Peters. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. There's a screen. Down low. Three-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. Dorsey's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Servetus. Out to the right wing. Wallace outside. Pass to Servetus from 15 feet away. Offensive board.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Drops in the 3. Peters has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Looking to win the run. Knocks down the long J.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Here's Dorsey. Doesn't go for him.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
And there's a pick. And there's the drive. Here's Servetus. No good. That would have tied it.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk. Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Wallace. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Wallace has gotten his first points in this one.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
1:14 left in the second quarter. Heaters, no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
They set the pick. Lets it go from deep. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Wallace outside. Right wing. Launches a three. Nails it from 3. 6 points for him.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here he goes.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Fires in the triple. Servetus has got 5 points.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for 2, Mitchell.
That free throw is good for Mitchell. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Up 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
That gets going at 6 p.m. Eastern.
There's plenty on the line in this game. This establishes the pecking order.
I'm impressed they're still in this. They've done some good things tonight, but the three-point shooting is not one of them.
And that could bode well for...
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
And he got the whistle on the way up. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
Shooting for the away team, Evan Fournier. Plays on video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed.
Still disputed, even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Pass to Smilagic. No good from outside.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Here's Papanikolaou. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And they're pushing it up. Here's Brazdeikis. Finished off the break. Brazdeikis has got his first 2 points.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Fournier with the ball. He's got 9. They set a pick. Let's go with a 3. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see. Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Well, from anywhere on the floor, you've got to be aware of Evan Fournier, even on the interior.
And they pick up 2. He's got 13.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
They set the pick from behind the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. Fournier's got 5 points now this quarter.
When Evan Fournier is this assertive, because he's got such a versatile game, he is hard to slow down.
Pass to Smilagic. 4-3. Fournier with a rebound.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Zenkov's gone just 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Here's Smilagic. The 3 is up. No good.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Pass to Fall. From outside the arc. The shot that time not on target. On the break. Here's Smilagic. Uneasy 2 on the layup. Smilagic's got 8 points.
They keep cashing in when they have the room to run.
Smilagic's gone 4 for 8 from the floor. Here's Fournier. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, Fournier has now turned himself to an effective scorer from any area. He's starting to catch fire.
54 seconds left in the third. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the home team. No movement for them, maintaining their top 10 spot.
You know, right now for the visiting team, they're off to a really solid start, pushing aside those that doubted them in the preseason and proving they're capable of more.
On the break. Here's Servetus. On target from range. Servetus has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Fournier with the bucket.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Nine seconds left in the third. Lets the 3 fly. That shot off the mark. Here's the Zinkov. The third quarter comes to a close. Up 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Watch by Wallace. 4 on the clock. Stripped it away. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule.
At the line for 1. Substitution on the court.
Inside. Off with the layup. Here's Evans. Watch by Wallace. The three ball. The shot by Evans, no good. Now here's Wallace, tightly guarded. Outside Mitchell. Back to Wallace. Just 5 on the clock. From 15 feet away. That one doesn't drop. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Out left to the wing. Here's Dorsey. Three-pointer. Here's Peters, and that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Wallace outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Man, good whistle there.
No good on that one.
Wallace taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second.
He couldn't sink them all, but did just enough to make this a 2-possession ball game.
Here's Peters. A deep 3. They get it back. Stolen by Mitchell. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Wallace. And a two-handed jam.
That right there might put the finishing touch on this one. Definitely not the time to get sloppy with the ball.
From deep three-point land. And Dorsey gets it to go. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now here's Wallace. Tight defense on him. To the inside. Off target at the rim.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Check by Mitchell. Second chance shot. Mitchell grabs a miss. The steal. Here we go, one-on-one. He shoots. He's good with a little jumper in close.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
There's a minute 26 left in the fourth quarter. There's a screen. Clock at 4. He shoots it. Rebounded by Evans.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Peters, no good. Peters has gone 1 of 5 on three-point tries. Oh, he nails it!
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Here's Dorsey. Misses in close.
Bad offense against bad defense. The play looked as ugly as you'd imagine.
Now here's Wallace.
Away team foul. First personal foul. Third team foul.
.36 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Outside Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot is up. Wallace misses.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
First team foul.
He drops the first one. And that narrows the lead down to just 3.
2 shots.
Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a one-possession game.
Here's Peters to take the lead. And buries it from deep. Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. The home team calls timeout. Obviously not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up a play to make it happen.
Substitution on the court.
So it's the home team now. The home team calls timeout. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
What you want is to create a clean, high percentage look if that's at all possible.
The three is up. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. The visiting club takes the win on the road. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside
Thank you.